Welcome to official SLTV channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my video and press the red button. Please help me to share my video.
A fumble them cabo. Plenty kushetona. You know, there are certain times where we get for take a seat, ask yourself some fundamental questions. Whether the roadway we take is correct.
Onayeri,
it is in our interest, or it add value. You know, we just take a journey, they go without you reverting back to those fundamental questions. Usa you come out, usa you dey go. And that question, they get serious implications in how we they perceive things them will they happen around we. Where you dey look at issues, you have to ask yourself certain questions, and the questions then come in the form of what, why, and how. What? Na usauna dina. Wetin happen? Why?
Listen.
Now the causes them of the problem. Because you know, with society, we always they get ourselves stuck on the what. Because we're not very sentimental people. We so ingrained in with sentimentality that we're not able for project further. So we are stuck in the same place. Where they talk about crime, if you want to deal with crime, you not go deal with crime if you not deal with the causes of crime. And the causes of crime, they come with asking the question, why? What make crime they happen? Unemployment, lack of skills, lack of employment, lack of education, drugs, bad housing. You got to deal with all the issues then. But we don't think that. Then you go into how. That is the solutions. The reason why are the students in there?
Listen.
We get something fundamentally wrong will happen in our country. It is no secret. It happened June 24, 2023. Everybody within the perimeters of Sierra Leone no say we get elections. And that election day be murdered with serious fraud, serious criminal activities. What did happen? What's criminal? We all know that. That's no secret. Our energies should be focused on holding them people there accountable for their actions, because people came out for one reason, simply for make the able exercise the civic duty to vote and choose the leader. And on that particular occasion, June 24, they voted for change. Then you get people them. We come out and shortchange them, change them, change for prevents them, for achieve the goal where then set themselves for do, for get rid of this tyranny, this rogue government, this incompetent government, this government were divisive, we don't polarize with society. They did it. But yet, you get criminals them. Mohamed Kone, connive with Madabiu. We know they add value now with community. Now they improve, we youths them life. You know they transform the youths them chances in life. We pretend say we push everything under the carpet and we let them go along and get away with murder. That should not happen. We should be very determined for stopping them. We should be very determined for denying them. But rather, we still stuck in the what stage. Why? Because of jargons. Jargons. We are so sentimental with words. Everybody focus by electoral justice. Fine. But we put so much attention on the jargon and we forget the principle of what happened. The ethically flawed things that will happen. We hold on to the word, electoral justice, the criminal them, busy. They get on with, they get away with murder. We busy, they talk about definition of electoral justice. Our focus should be on waiting happen. Elections took place and waiting happen was unconstitutional. It was criminal. Criminal act take place in our country. Should we accept it? The answer is no. We should resist it. We should deny and fight back and say no to the activities that will take place on that day. For then you get people that the focus par the jargon. Let's forget about the jargon. Waiting happen is unacceptable. It is wrong. It is unconstitutional. It is undemocratic. And we should fight with every blood now we body for resist short tyranny, short rogue practice. That should be our intention. That should be our plan. That should be our goal. Nothing else. We should be very determined. We should resist that activity will happen on June 24. We for reject them publicly. But no, we're busy over jargons, definitions. You know, In family, I don't dey look at wetin happen in our country. It's so painful. Now we get factions inside APC party, where now a cross section of the Sierra Leonean community, and you see wetin dey happen inside APC. Now a sample of wetin dey happen right across the whole country. Sierra Leonean, we are so sentimental, as I say earlier. We all busy, the fellow individuals, rather looking at how we could build a nation. This issue is not about individuals. It's not about Minkailo. It's not about Anas Kuruma. It's not about Samra Kamara. It's about Sierra Leone. It's about right and wrong. Waiting happened June 24. Is it right or is it wrong? From Usaimi Timap, it is fundamentally flawed. It is wrong. It is unacceptable. And if it is, what are we going to do about it? We don't talk too much about definitions and jargons. We should hold these people accountable. If you go play football, now a final, nobody don't score, then they kick penalty. When will they kick the penalty? Some man, oh, for goodness God. When will I go play a final match? Nobody knows score. They're not going to cut in the morning for me. They go decide if they for kick penalty. Somebody must win because the country must be governed. And it therefore be governed based on consent.
Sierra Leone, listen.
We have not given consent to Mother Bio for run we country. He never won an elections. But yet he is there making decisions. And for me, what is so painful about this whole thing, where a lot of people not a look at, now the fact say the very person with thief, then they ask for make it implement recommendations. The very thief man, then they ask for be the judge. Then the judge, then the jury. How you go chief elections? They make recommendations on how for correct the wrongs. Then the very person will commit the wrongs, now in and they ask for implement the antidote. Fundamentally, that is so wrong. It's not even funny. What is wrong with we Sierra Leoneans? We know they use we marbles. We know they use we marbles. Why should we allow Mother Bio for Sidom, Usa Isidom? They take part per recommendations them where he is the very cause of the problem itself that prompted us forget a dialogue for bringing things there. Why? Why of everybody in this country, na him? By now, as I talk so, if we don't get a coalition government, an interim government, we go usher we through this despicable thievery will take place in our country. And then people and they we go lead we through this in the interim. Then all for be made to sign, say they not go take part by any elections. So they not go be biased. They go help we in the transition for let we get we self-organize, forget and elections very quickly. This should be waiting, we should desire right now. That something this way for don't happen. A year ago, it still not happen. We need an interim government. We need that. For let we get people them. We go can lead we in the interim. For let we implement all the things there. And while they do that, they organize we for let we get elections. We cannot go forward if we not deal with this issue. If we continue for go with the kind attitude there, with something fundamentally flawed, something criminally inspired happen in our country. All man pretend say nothing happened. We push them under the carpet, we move on. If we do that, it will become the norm. And if it become the norm, it will be the culture, and we will continue for them at the same place when they move go anywhere. For the one that would say 2028, this is exactly what they are prescribing for us. That we should put everything under the carpet. Not to mean Kailu, they tell we what we should be doing. In Kailu, the position where he hold, it is serve Sierra Leonean people where they support APC. He say in a CEO, I doubt it. From waiting he say, where he talk for say, under a watch, no MP no go come out in parliament, they go remain there. It is not for you to make that decision, sir. Remember, you are representing our interests. And our interest is not to accept the result. We then read, we not recorded. Because if they read a result,
Onayeri,
it must have been recorded somewhere. Where is the paper? It has not been presented. And if it has not been presented, we go into a dialogue for let we get a resolution. And the resolution was one of the things them way we for do now for let we go to parliament. We've been to parliament and all the things them way then say that they do, nothing has happened. And they refuse for accept say we not get result. And APC accept say we not go APC make and clear say we not go accept. Pinkali, you signed that document. Why are you going against the will of the people? Do you realize that being a leader, you are there to serve? If you're there to serve, you're not there to serve yourself. You're there to serve the interest of the people. And the interest of the people is not what you want, it's what they desire. If you're not able to make that a possibility, I think you should resign. And this enthusiasm of announcing every now and again, say you're not the CEO, it make they get the feeling for say you your CEO, you're not criminal engagement officer, not a chief executive. Because if you're not chief executive, you get shareholders, and you shareholders them for be very, very important to whatever decisions you make. Because without them, the company not going to be resourced. And that is exactly what they happen at the party. Now then people there, now then contributions them, they make the party remain buoyant. If they not contribute, the party not get money. If they not support, the party not they win elections. And the aims and objectives of any party now for make policies them, sell them policies them they with an intention for win elections. If you not get people them, how you go win elections? Why you determine for disenfranchise the hopes of the many? Why you determine for mix up the country? Why not blame this man? The person we are blame. Now the person we gather all the criminal there puts them inside APC. You see, we always busy the condemn their individual layer. But we have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Wetin happen for make we reach this kind decadence, this kind rot, this kind despicable situation where we did so? How did we get here? We're not just can they. Processes then take place, and one of those processes where it take place, somebody gather all them criminal there, bring them come together, as they can say, birds of the same feathers flock together. They can say, by their fruit we shall know them, and we see them, the likes of Minkailo and the executives, how they're totally and utterly detached from the wishes and aspirations of the people of Sierra Leone. This particular executive, they totally and utterly not the work in the interest of the country. They all the hustlers them, we can forget their money at the expense of the people, and in the process, then it creates great harm. And Uda bring them come. And Eskroma would blame. And Eskroma has to take responsibility for all these actions. Why all the people the way he pick, they all don't become liability and not asset? Why they don't become unbecoming? He has to take responsibility. You get 8 million people and for pick from. And then one day another you pick. You say you get a project for help youth. Look at the youth the way you pick. Navo, Gentle, Cherry Coco, Pope, by Mahmoud,
Onayeri,
and many others. Show me one pandem. Yaya Tunis, show me one pandem. We don't add value to the party, add value to the country. They're all a liability. They've caused so much harm because all that they think about is themselves. All those you brought have been menace. And Eskroma, you have to take responsibility. By the way, some people then say you're successful. That is questionable when they look at the things that will not happen before and after. But we're back now we country. We see how they misuse donor money. There has never been any time we donor money, then pack Sierra Leone, under Pakaba, then take money, then give them not to common money, baby money, they not do nothing. We will be the grow up. Not to every house begets house-borne water, but every junction begets street pump. People then get pipe-bound water for drink. We not buy water in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone with 7 rivers, with over 6 months rain. Now we buy water for drink. And in a very, 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 very degrading form, water they come in sachets. Under Kaba. Kaba komot. And Eskroma come. We continue for drinking sachets. It not change the circumstances for the people there. It not improve that by getting rid of sachets and give we pipe-borne water. And Eskroma go, he hand over to Madabiyo. We still drinking sachets. Under Kaba, I just take 3 samples them. Make una see, say we country has not gone anywhere. Under Kaba Tiger will not get electricity. That's why he left without electricity. And Eskroma come. When they say he's successful, you bring solutions, you solve problems. He say he can get rid of their machine there, he can give electricity. He go hire a boat, power boat. He go rent boat come for low electricity. temporal measure. He left we back temporal measure. We still not get electricity. And now I safe don't continue with the higher boat. So we are not going forward. But people are like, oh, and his grandma do so much, and his grandma do so much. Did he? But will come into the party. He meets the party in dire strait, in confusion, in disarray. He joined the party, then they fought. By the time they left the party, they fought quadrupled. He left the party in total disarray. If you're successful, you meet the party pamphlet, you go resolve that issue there. You go create the ambience in which people then go able for work with one another, work amicably for the good of all. But that is not the case. You meet the party, then they fight with rubber fact. Where you left the party now, then they fight with RPG, then they fight with cruise missiles. How can you rate that as successful? You come, you take power. Kaba was determined for stop this nightmare forever happen in we country for make mother be you take leadership. Pakaba stood fast against it to an extent. Then we don't get ICC, forget that this money punches and Google lock Abusai belong. Now you and Eskroma, you refuse for sign, you say because of national cohesion, because this is the fraud we will get now in Sierra Leone. Whenever they want for undermine the people and well-being, then they talk about peace and cohesion. But the peace when they always talk about, it is not the interest of the people, now on their own terms. They not lock the man. That very Monday, now he don't come now, so he kill Sierra Leoneans them. With impunity, he not give a monkey's ass. Who that put we at this tragic position? And it's Groma, now you. Now you. And up to this day, you not take responsibility. You just casually talk for say, now you fault, you take responsibility. But how did you? How did you? What do you do for improve on the mistakes then what you make? For correct them? So people in life go be better. You did nothing. Before that day, you did in connivance with Mother Builder, they pretend like for say one an enemy. We are not stupid. Then, what's inside? You get Sierra Leonean and we're busy. They post your picture there every day. Because you are so determined for continue for control the resources of the country. Because this whole thing where they go on, it's not about politics, it's about resources control. We are the same people and want continue for control the country resources at the expense of the many. We want continue for the deprive the people from their own very resources we God bless them with. When they say you're successful, that means to say you succeed outside other people and fail. You create solutions where there were no solutions. But me, I think we have to go back and sometimes we pray and ask for forgiveness. Where some people in the past talk say if they left an Eskroma for run the APC party, it go left farm zero. It go left farm now in knees. That's exactly what happened. Seri Kamal said it. Eddie Toure said it. It looked like for say now they have been proven right. Sierra Leone and the Mawana we see, don't know we look at. Eskroma, eternal. Let we look at without prejudice and favor. Lord, we look am for the sake of posterity. Lord, we look am for the sake of Sierra Leone. Lord, we look am for the sake of we country future. Because you have to correct